thought my allies were going to break through, and I also thought the kills were going to be more. We may have to check this in the morning. But the Germans lost 37,000 against France's 19,000, and they lost 1,000 to Italy, where Italy lost no one. Now, I saw a lot more troops here. If we look at France, they've killed 117, and they've lost 40. Now, they did fight in Spain, so give that a grain of salt, but my allies, mostly the Germans and Ukraine, actually don't know where the Ukrainian army is. They may have been stacked wiped. Let's check them out. So they lost 59, so they probably did get stack wiped. But they're killing pretty good in the Caucasus, so there's that. And they're new to the game. But they lost a lot of troops here. They were trying to break in through Belgium, like so. And Italy assisted. We could see Italy's kills. They probably lost more than France, but they helped France hold the line. But overall, from what I've been hearing on the Discord, is my team lost. It wasn't we're going to lose the game now. But they definitely did not accomplish their goal. And in a war of attrition, they lost some points, which is fine. It could be a lot worse. Now, the UK is really moving in, taking Norway, which is a bummer. But Russia's moving in to take Finland. So that'll be good. We could stop them here instead of them getting up to Finland, and then they can go up here some more and keep expanding. Because the goal is to contain them. Because if anything, the fight in Spain had to get delayed, and they had to run back up here, France and Italy. So this helped delay their expansion. Where I, on the other hand, almost have Arabia finished. And the goal is to really, I think, push into Africa right now. I don't know if I want to take Greece, because if this turns into a war of attrition in the north, might as well have one of my allies take this province, if I could take all of this. But I'll keep Greece as a backup, and Bulgaria. I won't fight hard for it, but it'll be good to have if I end up in a stalemate. Now, the AI in Arabia kept splitting every time I fought, so it's been whack-a-mole. So I decided not to take the capital at day change. And now that it's day 3 in the evening, I'll be able to take this province and zoom back around and take this province. Orhan had to do some quick maneuvering, but he's getting back with his group. And when they combine, we'll go and take these provinces, which will mean we'll have all of them at day change, which will be great. Arabia is also going to sea, and I've had some troops move to this island, Crete, and some troops here. And if they go this way in the morning, we'll also stop them. I'm not too worried about it. If they take too long, we may just take them out before they land. But I'm dealing with them. It won't be a problem. Now, my ally has gotten to East Libya's capital by sea. This is the same guy who took over parts of southern Italy. Here you can see the morale's at 60%, where his other provinces are 80%, 74%, which is a great little diversion. It makes you feel like you get a good win. Now, he's being risky and just going to the capital, which is funny. But I am going to do the same thing. Now, I'm sending 3 infantry here, here, and here. And my goal is to get more of his troops back here. And I want to make sure that he has more than 3 infantry up here stopping me. That way I'm diverting more of his troops during his fight against Egypt here, where you can see he's taken these provinces so far from Egypt. And if we look at the kills with Egypt, you can see Egypt's getting beat up. So this player is attacking in force. He is taking his time, but he's doing a good job. Now, he had taken these provinces at day change, and they didn't revolt, and he just took this province. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. Now, if he takes too long, I may march down here and start building a fort, because this is a great defensive location. And I could have troops here right at the Sinai Canal, and we could kill anyone who tries to cross this way. But if I build up a high-level fort here, I could start attacking and outmaneuvering him. Because I could attack in this direction, or this direction, which would be great. I could send Orhan and cycle him out and try to do some damage. But overall, this is good. My infantry are hurt, though. Oh, good. Orhan's group, Army Group B, is in, and we're attacking. Good. So that says 8 hours and 18 minutes. Hank Army says 11 hours and 5 minutes to the capital. So I'm going to assume I will take this capital, and we'll go this way, because I think it's more hidden. But we'll go down this way to take it instead of up this way. Because if I go up this way, and if troops are up here, he may start getting line of sight. But down here, he may not be able to see that. Who knows? I have built a cavalry. I'm building 1 more cavalry, and I'm done because my food situation is really rough right now. Now, I have enough resources to build 2 railroads at the double food in Jerusalem and the double oil, and I'm going to prioritize that. Now, I keep giving resources to my allies, especially Germany and Austria, because they are on the front line. But if I could get railroads here, I'll be doing really well. I'm also getting a balloon built soon, 3 hours and 47 minutes. So that will be good. Hopefully I can start getting line of sight. it'd be very important to be able to see how East Libya is doing. I know his army's probably a little bit bigger than mine, because if you look at my kills, I've lost 22 units. I've killed 113, where East Libya has lost only 6 units. Now that's not a huge difference, but we're really early in the game. And I know my morale has been sinking because I attacked Syria. So if you look at Orange troops, the morale's less than 50%. That's not great. I'm probably going to start losing a lot more troops. It's a bummer I'm going to have to fight a level 1 fort here, but it is what it is. But overall, I need to either sneak in and take this province, where Hank can run over here and take Sinai. Maybe Hank could do a diversion up here and do a feint. That's what we'll probably do. That way I control this side. He may move up, and so I can move down, with my other infantry moving in to give him a diversion up here. Now, I think if I take this province and I start building a fort on it, and I keep building it, it's going to be very hard for him to take it from me. I may have to put some armored cars over there, but I don't want to risk too much, because I don't want to get stuck over here and lose it. Now, I am going to try to rush a cruiser, and my thinking on this is his capital is open. I'll be able to see more, but maybe he has a harbor being built here, but this could also just be a barracks. And that's something I have to keep in mind, that he may not be building a navy, so I could easily just take over the coast with a cruiser if I rush it. Now, I only want 1 cruiser, and then I'll start building submarines and battleships to dominate the sea. But overall, I think this is a good strategy, and I like that I'm going to also do a land invasion to keep him on his toes. It's the morning. I've taken Arabia. Every province but Jerusalem needs to sit and guard for a revolt. So I did quite well. Railroads are being built at the double food and the double oil province. And my new rally point will be Jerusalem, where the target morale right now is 86. The railroad that's being built will bring it up to 100. And we're doing good. Now, my ally last night did sack Benghazi. And I've been looking, and East Libya has not been building a capital. So East Libya is probably out. Now I'm going to rush with Orhan to try to create a landing base here. I think this is a great defensive spot. And I'm bringing in reinforcements with this infantry and armored cars. So I have about 54 infantry, 2 armored cars, and Orhan. With a fort here, that should be plenty. Now, Hank is staying up here with some troops just in case Libya tries anything suicidal. Going up here, Hank will need to go and stop them. Now, my allies are in a stalemate. It's fine. Ukraine is still finishing up the Caucasus here. Russia is going into Finland, because you can see Great Britain smash through Norway and Sweden, which is really strong. I was not expecting that, because Norway's not even finished up here. But maybe this person is very rushed trying to kill. They're doing good on kills, so that's fine. And that'll be an opponent we'll have to deal with. So I really need to start moving into Europe. But that'll take some days, and it really depends on how Libya flounders. It's the morning, about to be day 5. I've been looking at Libya, and they are finishing up Egypt, but I haven't seen them build a capital. So I'm really confident I could just hold them back and let them die in place. Now, I still need to be aware of their movements if they try to attack, but I have 12 infantry down here, and I'm trying to either decide if I'm going to take Greece or move into Bulgaria, so I can connect to greater Europe. But ideally, I want to do a naval invasion, and I want to invade with 2 army groups here and see which one he goes to and try to take the other one. Now, that's risky, and I could just wait for a navy, but I really don't feel like I have time. Now, my ally, Austria-Hungary, is taking out Romania here, so I do have time before he would be ready to do anything. Germany is finishing up Denmark, and Ukraine has finishes the Caucasus, which is good. I see his units moving, and I don't think he's going to attack Poland, so he's probably ready to move out. And Russia is at war with 4 different countries, plus the active player UK. Now, we had intel that he has 200 attack strength army somewhere. They think it's right here, but Russia is a new player to Supremacy 1914, not the other Supremacy games. Could be very much open, where there's 4 active wars going on, where he needs to finish up these wars as soon as possible. And I think I just need to be able to get into Europe. And I'm really gambling that Libya will just die in place, because I keep clicking and I do not see a capital. I'm so glad they also did not take Egypt's capital, so maybe the AI can strike back. All these provinces are smoking that are owned by Libya. So they're all going to turn again, and they're going to keep turning. And if he keeps troops here, like this 14 stack, and pretend this isn't enough troops to stop the revolt, he could lose troops, or they can turn into units for the other player. Now, if he continues to not build his capital, which I'll keep checking, he'll die eventually. Now, I could just run over there and take him out, but honestly, I need to get into Europe because this is where the real action is. And I'm afraid the UK will steamroll over Russia. Now, I want Greece. I think having a double coal would be great because Germany doesn't want to build railroads in his double coal, and I want to maximize my oil production. But I'm looking at Greece and I'm like, double fort here? Like, that's not fun. Capital has a double fort. Do I really need to take this person out? I could just move out much quicker if I take Bulgaria. Now, my plan is this. So I have 3 infantry in a balloon moving to this balloon. I'm trying to get a couple more infantry here. You can see them at sea, and this balloon back here moving, and I'm trying to push Italy's balloon. And it would be great if I could just get in contact with it and kill it too. When I push out the balloon, I want to do 2 things. One, I want to move 1 infantry in each of these forts that are level 3. Since they're level 3, they'll be invisible. But that way, they won't know who's up here. And yeah, they'll see it's 1 infantry first, but 5 days from now, 7 days from now, do they really trust their judgment? It'll keep them more on edge. Second, I want to attack with 2 armies here, split up my forces into 2 50-60 stacks, only land if I feel like Italy's not getting there fast enough. And 3, have my allies move their troops on the border to keep Italy and France up here. Now, if this doesn't work, I'll go straight to Navy. The harbor at my double wood at Angora finished just now, and I'll be building a factory. And when I build this factory, I'm going to go straight to the higher levels and the light cruisers. Now, I only want 1 light cruiser, and then I'll alternate with higher naval units, submarines, battleships, etc. Well, that'll be good. When this double steel harbor finishes, I'll build a railroad here, and these guys are still working on their railroads. Now, I built 1 railroad here at Constantinople to make sure my coal and energy situation stops bleeding. And I think I need to cycle out Orhan and Hank, but I don't need to cycle out Hank right away. Now, I want to get Allenby out on the field, and eventually I want Toho, because I know one of their capitals has already been struck here at Libya, but we could bombard at least 4 of their capitals, which would be great.